Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is pulled pork tacos with smoked arbol salsa. Well, pulled pork, it's one of those classic big barbecue meats. It's one of the first things I tell people to cook when they're getting into smoking because it's hard to screw it up, it's really tasty, and it's really versatile. There's any number of ways to prepare and serve pulled pork. One of my favorites being pulled pork tacos. So today we're gonna take a Boston butt or a pork butt and slather it in Mexican spices and herbs, give it a good smoke on the Yoder, and we'll wrap it up in some foil and braise it in pineapple juice to finish. We'll shred that up and serve it in tortillas with a smoked arbol salsa. Now, arbol chilies are those spicy little red chilies. They're dried chilies. So this is kind of a unique salsa if you're used to kind of American style salsas. It's got a base of tomatillos and tomatoes, but it really kicks up the heat with those little chilies. So let's get started by trimming out a pork butt. All right, so here's what we're working with. This is our Boston butt portion of the pork shoulder. On one side, it's got your fat cap. This is a Duroc pork butt from Creekstone Farms, great pork. And then on the opposite side of the fat cap, you've got this side where it's kind of got this crevice, and we're gonna trim into here to get some of this tissue out of here that we don't want to end up chewing on later. So just kind of follow this natural seam, and then you can start to trim out some of this tissue that we don't want on there. So we'll just trim that right down to the red meat, call it good. We've got this pretty nicely cleaned up at this point. We'll go ahead and flip this back. We're gonna take a look at the surface, feel around for any little hard bits like this one right here, some cartilage left behind. Basically anything you don't want to end up chewing on later, we're gonna go ahead and remove. And then around the pork butt, you can kind of do as much or as little trimming as you like. Over here on the fat cap side, if I feel like the fat cap's really heavy, I might just take it down a little bit. But I'm gonna leave some of that fat cap on there so we can get some of that rendered fat into the pork, into the pulled pork in the end. A lot of great flavor in there. We'll just go ahead and score this so we can kind of help get some of our seasoning into this pork. All right. So that's that. Let's get it seasoned up. So for binder today, we're just gonna use a little bit of pineapple juice because we're gonna be using that later anyway, both in the wrap and in our salsa. Just a thin layer. When it comes to binders, just anything that's a little bit wet that can help bind the seasoning to the cold meat. And for the seasoning today, we are using the Cattleman's Grill Mexicana seasoning. This is a taco seasoning that I developed for Cattleman's Grill. Great Mexican herbs, spices. You can see all that chili powder going on in there. You get some cumin, got some chili flake. Not a spicy rub by any means, but a perfect rub for tacos. And since we've got these scores going on, I will just kind of massage that in there so we can kind of get it into all those little crevices. Make sure we get all the way down in that crevice that we trimmed out. Big piece of meat, so we can put plenty of seasoning on it because it's got a lot of meat to season in the end when the pulled pork actually gets shredded. Get that money muscle on the end there. And then you know there's some on the board, so we'll just kind of mop that up so we don't waste any of that. And really, this just needs to look wet on the surface before it's ready to go onto the smoker, and we're already there. Well, today we're cooking on the Yoder Smokers YS640S pellet grill. We're running hickory pellets at 300 degrees. All right, so we're gonna go right up here on the second shelf. You can see we've got another pork butt that's already been on here for about 3 hours now. We're cooking this a little bit hot and fast today just to get it done in a timely fashion. You can get a pork butt done in 6 to 7 hours if you're cooking around 300. This one's already forming a nice bark. We're starting to see some moisture pockets around the edges, but it's got a little ways to go. Now to get this smoked arbol salsa started, we've got to smoke the core of these ingredients in the salsa, which happens to be a pound of tomatoes, a pound of tomatillos, and about a half pound of white onion. So we're just gonna place whole tomatoes and tomatillos right on that second shelf next to the pork. The tomatillos, the husks have been removed, just rinse that sticky stuff off the surface. So a great base of like a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of tang. And then take half of a white onion, quartered that, smoke that just like that. For about an hour until everything's softened and it's taken on some smoke flavor. All right, so about an hour in on this salsa now. You can see that this is softened up quite a bit. Our tomatillos, our tomatoes are taking on that smoke flavor. So we're gonna take these off very gently so we don't lose any of those precious juices. We'll let these cool before we make our salsa. Well, our pork butt's been smoking for about 5 hours now. The bark's looking beautiful. We're ready to wrap it up and get it braising in the pineapple juice. Just look at this thing. Boy, it smells incredible. Great bark going on. Already rendering out really nicely. You see that bone already popping. This guy's been on for about 3 hours now. You can see it's not quite as far along, makes sense. Another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's gonna be right where you want it for wrapping as well. All right, so right onto 2 sheets of heavy duty foil. Make sure to add all that fatty goodness to it as well. And then we're gonna take that can pineapple juice that we had open from earlier. And we'll add in the better part of the rest of that, probably about two-thirds cup, roughly. And then we just want to get this wrapped up super tight. All right, so fully enclosed with the pineapple juice. We'll let that braise to finish until that blade bone's ready to just pull right out of there. All right, so we're putting this salsa together now, moving our tomatillos and tomatoes to the pitcher of the Vitamix. I'll go ahead and cut that stem out. Just give that a little bit of a chop. Next, we've got some garlic, 3 cloves, just crushed, skins peeled. You can go in whole. They'll get blitzed down in the blender. Next, we've got our cilantro. If you were to chop this up, maybe 3-4 tablespoons. You can do all of this by taste. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice, about a tablespoon of lime juice, so we got a little sweet and sour going on. And of course, we've got our arbol chilies. So these are the small, hot red chilies that are gonna give the heat to our salsa. I'm gonna do 6 in here, which is gonna be like a medium salsa. You wanna go mild, just do like 2. You wanna go hot, put like 10 of them in there. And you're gonna get the most out of the flavor if you go ahead and toast these off in a cast iron skillet, a dry skillet, about 30 to 60 seconds, just until they become a little bit pliable. Now, last thing I wanna do is add a chipotle and adobo sauce. And I mostly wanna do this for the smokiness of that adobo sauce and that chipotle, that dried smoked jalapeno. This is not necessary. It's gonna add a little bit extra heat, but mostly it's gonna add that smoky flavor. Finally, just a little bit of kosher salt, and we'll blend this up. All right, I want this stuff to be pretty smooth, so we've fully blended that. Let's check it out. It's kind of a unique color with that blend of the tomatoes and the tomatillos. Almost like an orange salsa. Let's have a taste. Oh man. That's got some great kick to it. The arbol chili really brings that heat. Again, that's why you want to adjust your heat level with the number of chilies that you add in here. But beyond that, it's tangy. You know, you get that from those tomatillos, the little sweetness from the tomatoes, the pineapple juice, the lime juice, all that brightness is showing up at the same time. All right, guys, this pork butt has been on for about 6.5 hours now. My probe's showing me about 208 on the internal temperature. We want to kind of get back to this blade bone and see if this thing's ready to come out. I would say that it is, as it just slips right out of there. Which means that this stuff is easily ready to be shredded. So before we do all that, let's just go ahead and pull it out of here. We'll let it rest briefly while we cook up some onions. So not a lot of toppings going on our pulled pork tacos today. We've got the pulled pork, we've got the salsa. We're gonna do a bit of cotija or queso fresco cheese, whatever you can get your hands on. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is some just griddle cooked onions. Not necessarily caramelized, not fully caramelized, but just cooked in the griddle to get some brown on the outside of them. So preheating a cast iron skillet over medium heat. I'm gonna hit that with a little bit of duck fat. Break up our onions into the skillet here. So we're just gonna hit these with a little bit of kosher salt here. Start to draw out that moisture. Let these cook down and get some color. All right, these have been going for about 10 minutes. They're looking really nice, softened up just a little bit, just the right amount of browning. So let's get them out of here. Just toasting off some corn tortillas and a little bit of duck fat, just to toast that rawness out of the tortilla. Not going full crispy, still want them pliable. All right, got our tortilla warmer set up here to keep these tortillas hot. We're gonna go ahead and break down that pork butt now and put our tacos together. All right, let's take a look at this pork butt. Just been hanging out here in its juices, ready to get shredded up, and that's gonna take no effort at all. As we shred this, especially like the deep down, look at that, just so juicy in there. What I was going to say is let's make sure that we work these juices in the bottom into the middle part so that they're as juicy as everything else, but obviously that doesn't need much help. So we got a great ratio here of barky pieces to super juicy pieces, and we're working all of that pineapple juice and fat right back into it. We're just gonna amp up some of that Mexicano flavor with a little more shake now that it's shredded down, and let that melt right into it. All right, let's go ahead and build these. We're gonna start with double corn tortillas. Make sure that we don't break through. We got plenty of filling to be held, starting with that pulled pork, the Mexicano, the pineapple juice, and give it a nice, generous drizzle of our smoked arbol salsa, some griddled onions, the cotija cheese. Salty, funky, fresh, delicious. One little bit of lime there just to cut the fattiness of the pork. There's one. All right, let's do it again. Pulled pork, arbol salsa, griddled onions, cotija cheese. Queso fresco is a little bit more accessible, so if that's what you got at your grocery store, go with that. It's not gonna have quite the same salty funkiness, but it will have a really great freshness. That's our pulled pork taco. Let's get the taste. Oh man, that is so juicy. I love that salsa. It's tangy, cuts through the fattiness of the pork in just the right way. The pork's got this saltiness to it, but also a slight sweetness from the pineapple juice. Cotija coats everything just like it should. And then those caramelized onions. Tons of great flavor there. As much heat as those arbol chilies bring, when you put it in everything, just mellows it right out. Great balance, fantastic flavors. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.